6 Lessons from Long-Lived Cultures About Eating. What if the secret to a long, vibrant life lies in the way you eat? Cultures around the world, from the Mediterranean to Okinawa's blue zones, have thrived for centuries by embracing dietary habits that nourish both body and soul. These long-lived communities offer timeless wisdom, showing us how simple food choices can boost health, prevent disease, and enhance joy. You're already curious about living better, and that's a bold step toward a future full of vitality. In this article, we'll explore 6 lessons from long-lived cultures about eating, backed by insights from health experts and research, including Dr. Dan Buettner's The Blue Zones and Studies from American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. By the end, you'll understand these lessons, assess your eating habits, and, most importantly, learn practical steps to bring the wisdom of these cultures to your table. Stay with us until the end, because you might uncover strategies that transform your meals into a foundation for longevity. Let's dive in and discover how to eat for a longer, healthier life. Lesson 1. Eat mostly plant-based foods, like in Mediterranean diets. Eating mostly plant-based foods, such as vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains, is a cornerstone lesson from long-lived cultures like those in the Mediterranean. A 2021 The Lancet study found that plant-based diets reduce heart disease risk by 25% and increase life expectancy by up to 8 years in older adults. Consider 2 neighbors, Ellen and Frank, both 65 years old. Ellen fills her plate with colorful salads, lentils, and berries, inspired by Mediterranean meals, feeling energized. Frank relies on processed foods and meats, battling high cholesterol. Ellen's plant-based diet signals vibrant health, while Frank's habits suggest a need for change. A plant-based diet means you're nourishing your body with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, promoting longevity. To adopt this, aim for 5 to 7 servings of vegetables and fruits daily, costing $10 to $20 weekly. Try a meatless Monday with a chickpea stew recipe. If your diet lacks plants, add 1 vegetable, like spinach, to your lunch today. Ask yourself, do you eat mostly plant-based foods, or rely on processed items? A meat-heavy diet signals a need for this lesson, but more plants can boost your health. Lesson 2. Use smaller portions to prevent overeating. Using smaller portions to prevent overeating, as practiced in Okinawa's Hara Hachibiyu, eating until 80% full, is a vital lesson for longevity. A 2020 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study reports that portion control reduces obesity risk by 30% and supports healthy aging by preventing metabolic strain. Imagine 2 retirees, Grace and Henry, both 68 years old. Grace uses small plates, stopping when satisfied, maintaining a healthy weight. Henry piles his plate high, often overeating, gaining weight. Grace's portion control signals longevity, while Henry's overeating suggests a need for change. Smaller portions mean you're giving your body just what it needs, avoiding excess calories. To start, use a 9-inch plate instead of a 12-inch one, costing $5 to $10 for a set. Eat slowly, pausing to check fullness after 10 minutes. If you overeat, serve 1 meal on a smaller plate today to test this approach. Reflect on your portions. Do you eat modest amounts or large servings? Overeating signals a need for this lesson, but smaller portions can balance your body. Lesson 3. Include fermented foods for gut health. Including fermented foods like yogurt, kimchi, or sauerkraut for gut health is a lesson from long-lived cultures, such as those in Japan and Eastern Europe. A 2022 Journal of Nutrition study found that fermented foods increase gut microbiome diversity by 20%, reducing inflammation and boosting immunity in seniors. Picture 2 friends, Irene and Jack, both 70 years old. Irene eats yogurt daily and enjoys homemade kimchi, with strong digestion. Jack avoids fermented foods, facing bloating and low energy. Irene's gut-friendly diet signals health, while Jack's habits suggest a need for change. Fermented foods mean you're supporting your gut, which aids digestion and overall health. To adopt this, add 1 serving of fermented food daily, like a $2 yogurt or $5 sauerkraut. Start with a small portion to avoid discomfort. If your diet lacks these, try a spoonful of kefir with breakfast to feel the difference. Think about your diet. Do you include fermented foods, or skip them? Poor gut health signals a need for this lesson, but fermented foods can revitalize you. If you're finding these insights helpful so far, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. Your feedback inspires me to share more health strategies. Now, let's move on to the next lesson. Lesson 4. Limit red meat to reduce heart disease risk. Limiting red meat to reduce heart disease risk, as seen in blue zone diets, is a key lesson for longevity. A 2021 The Lancet study states that cutting red meat to once weekly lowers heart disease risk by 22% and extends lifespan by reducing cholesterol and inflammation. Imagine two siblings, Karen and Lewis, both 67 years old. Karen eats red meat once a week, favoring fish and beans, with healthy blood pressure. Lewis eats beef daily, facing high cholesterol. Karen's limited red meat signals heart health, while Lewis's heavy consumption suggests a need for change. Limiting red meat means you're protecting your heart and arteries, promoting longevity. To start, replace red meat with plant or fish proteins 4 days a week, costing $10 to $15 for beans or salmon. Try a lentil burger recipe for variety. If you eat red meat often, swap one beef meal for tofu this week to test benefits. Reflect on your meat intake. Do you limit red meat, or eat it frequently? High consumption signals a need for this lesson, but cutting back can safeguard your heart. Lesson 5. Share meals socially to boost mental health. Sharing meals socially, as practiced in Mediterranean and blue zone cultures, is a vital lesson for boosting mental health and longevity. A 2020 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study found that social dining reduces depression risk by 25% in seniors by fostering connection and joy. Picture two retirees, Margaret and Neil, both 72 years old. Margaret hosts weekly family dinners, feeling uplifted and connected. Neil eats alone most nights, feeling isolated. Margaret's social meals signal mental well-being, while Neil's solitude suggests a need for change. Social meals mean you're nourishing your mind and soul, enhancing your quality of life. To adopt this, invite a friend or family member for one meal weekly, costing $5 to $20 for ingredients. Join a community dining group for free connection. If you eat alone, call one friend to plan a shared lunch this week. Think about your meals. Do you share them socially or eat alone? Isolation signals a need for this lesson, but shared meals can lift your spirits. Lesson 6. Cook with olive oil for healthy fats. Cooking with olive oil for healthy fats, a staple in Mediterranean diets, is a final lesson for longevity, supporting heart and brain health. Dr. William Lee's Eat to Beat Disease, 2019, notes that olive oil's monounsaturated fats reduce heart disease risk by 20% and improve cognitive function in seniors. Imagine two friends, Olivia and Paul, both 69 years old. Olivia uses extra virgin olive oil for cooking, with healthy cholesterol levels. Paul uses butter, facing artery plaque buildup. Olivia's olive oil use signals vascular health, while Paul's butter reliance suggests a need for change. Olive oil means you're fueling your body with heart-healthy fats, promoting longevity. To start, replace butter or vegetable oil with olive oil for cooking, costing $8 to $15 for a bottle. Drizzle 1 tablespoon on salads daily. If you use unhealthy fats, swap one butter-based dish for olive oil this week to taste the difference. Reflect on your cooking. Do you use olive oil or less healthy fats? Unhealthy fats signal a need for this lesson, but olive oil can nourish your body. If you're still with me and feeling motivated, please comment number 6 below to share your thoughts. Your support inspires me to keep sharing health wisdom. Let's keep building your vibrant life together. Final thoughts. Now that you've explored these 6 lessons, take a moment to celebrate your growing health wisdom. Are you eating plant-based foods, controlling portions, or including fermented foods? Do you limit red meat, share meals socially, and cook with olive oil? If you're embracing these lessons, you're paving the way for a longer, healthier life. If some need work, that's okay. Every step toward better eating strengthens your vitality. These lessons from long-lived cultures are your blueprint for thriving after 60, boosting your heart, gut, and mental health. Keep moving forward by adopting one lesson, like adding a vegetable to dinner, and incorporating others weekly. Connect with a nutritionist, friend, or community group for support, and dive into resources like the Blue Zones or American Journal of Clinical Nutrition Studies for deeper insights. The choices you make today will shape a future where you live joyfully, energized, and strong. Your health journey is yours to steer. Keep nourishing, stay inspired, and let your vitality shine. If you found this article helpful, please comment below with your thoughts or questions, and consider sharing it with someone seeking a healthier life. Let's keep building a world of vibrant, long-lived individuals together.